Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Justin with the Millennial Mixtape, and I'm back again with another album review. Now today, we have the long-awaited, is 2 years a long time? New LP from the 1975 called Notes on a Conditional Form. Now, I have a previous reaction video to their single, If You're Too Shy, Let Me Know, which I will link directly below the like button, so go check that out when you have a chance. And in that video, I do discuss, in brief, the other singles they had released up to that point. So I won't focus so much on those here in the video, but you can check that video out when you have a moment. And also, as I said in that video, I am a fan of the 1975. I am. And when I like the 1975, I really like them. But when I don't like them, I really don't. And I'm having that polarized reaction again with this album as a whole. I mean, it's clear that the band is taking risks, and I don't want to say that that's a bad thing, because it's definitely not, or that their vision should serve the vision of their fans, because that's 100% not true. They're obligated as artists to fulfill their vision, right? The thing that they want to do, that's what they need to do. I just feel like that vision is not fully realized here with this album. And again, as I mentioned in my reaction to If You're Too Shy, these guys are great at genre hopping, and that's present on Notes on a Conditional Form. There's a wide assortment of sonic flavors and textures here. I mean, it's everywhere. There's country-adjacent songs like The Birthday Party and Roadkill, and the latter of which has a really fun swung honky-tonk cadence. It's a great experiment for the band. And we have some Brit rock with the Me and You Together song. There's full-on new wave, as I discussed previously with If You're Too Shy. And then there's quite a few interlude tracks, and these interlude tracks have these rolling celestial strings that are thoroughly cinematic, very beautiful, and they remind me of a Hallmark postcard with like clouds, like a cloudscape on it. But ultimately, they do nothing for the life of the album. Like, they're just surface level. I thought maybe they would be demarcations for the changing of theme content within the songs, but really they're just pretty to listen to, and that's okay. That's okay. But that phrase, surface level, I want to come back to that. It rears its head over and over again with this album. And that phrase, surface level, it rears its head over and over again with this album. So just to get nitpicky a little bit, when I've heard Matty discuss his goals for the band and for this album, there's this like rising level of pretentiousness each time I hear him talk about it. And like, that's cool. I mean, he's a smart guy, but like, he stated that his goal is for this album to change the world and make it better. But if they're not able to change the world, that hopefully, maybe, they can make people want to change themselves. And like, that's so sweet, but it's also kind of like, get out of your ass, man. Like, come on. And you know, they want to make music that people want to listen to, and then they want to put their message into the music. That's fine. But first, you've got to make music people want to listen to. So this album starts with a recorded speech from Greta Thunberg, and she's a radical environmentalist. She is indeed an inspiring figure. She's doing great things and will continue to do great things, I hope, for the foreseeable future. But then, like, immediately after this inspiring speech to the UN, the 1975 humorously launches into this overly bombastic and cacophonous sounding song called People, and they've released it as a single. I didn't like it as a single. I don't like it here. It doesn't fit. I don't know. It's just not good. This particular song is not good. I think this is the worst song on the album, just because of how loud and unnecessary it is. Notes on a Conditional Form is at its most poignant when it's got pared down songs. Like, so in particular, Jesus Christ 2005, God Bless America. It looks at an illicit love from the lens of religion, and then also with Guys, we have Matty's kind of ode and love letter to his bandmates. Like, those are the most sweet and tender songs. This album is at its most propulsive to the band's oeuvre. Oeuvre? Does that mean egg? Anyway, when there's truth in the lyrics and calibrated musicianship, so on songs in particular, Nothing Revealed, Not Everything Denied, like, the guys sound great here. I mean, it's kind of simple as far as the structure of the song goes compared to other things on the album, but to me, like, this is the journey song. This is the progression of the band in the song, and I think that's really where they shine here on this album. Also on songs where Maddie is sharing his observations on relationships. So in particular, the song Playing on My Mind, there's this here and there kind of ricocheting thought process that comes from being in stable, committed relationships, both romantically and in like relationships. So in particular with his band, there's this interplay that exists between the discussion of being in a band till he dies and then calling someone who's not his partner. So he kind of like mirrors the two relationships within this song, and how it's kind of scary to be in these kinds of relationships where you're dependent but also independent of this other individual or individuals. And I feel like that's a really good song. So he shines there lyrically. That's really strong. Also, I want to mention the musicianship, as I stated, on this album is great, but I want to take a moment to formally acknowledge Ross. So Ross, right, his bass playing is always so tasty, and it's really good here too. I mean, I thought it was good on Brief Inquiry onto Online Relationships, but here it's stellar again. So Ross is like the MVP of the album. At 22 songs, with about 5 or 6 of them being purely interludes, just instrumental interludes, this is a lengthy album that has little past much of what we've already heard. The most exciting non-single release for me on this album is What Should I Say, because it feels the most musically departed from the fully formed songs on the album. It's the most different, but still stands on its own musically. So where does that leave us with Notes on a Conditional Form? At times it's a mess. I feel like this is an album diehard 1975 fans will enjoy as it continues to eschew the band's pop sensibilities and the production of songs that are likable and danceable, to instead be seen as risk takers and leaders of the pack. But on the same side of that coin, the review from Pitchfork called Maddie l'enfant terrible, or the terrible infant. So someone who deliberately makes controversial statements for shock value. And I see the construction of this album and the music found within as a whole to be an attempt at that, but it's nothing more than infantile. For my review, I have to give Notes on a Conditional Form a 2.5 out of 5, and it does pain me here because, again, I do enjoy these guys, and I was hoping for the best, and what I got was meh. Alright, well that's going to do it for me. Again, I'm Justin with the Millennial Mixtape. If you liked today's video, be sure to hit that like button. If you loved today's video, which I'm ready for the hateful comments now, but if you love today's video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and a little bell gizmo when you see it, so you're notified of any future videos I have coming out. Let me know what you think about Notes on a Conditional Form. Are you liking it? Are you not? What are some strong points? What are some weak points? Let me know. Let's discuss in the comments. And so for that, there is a video over here that you will maybe like, and I'll be signing off. So I will see you in the next one, and until I see you, stay safe, stay well.